put the key in and start her up. Okay.
Okay.
So let's see, we have Rob Hulick on the phone. And we have Isabel, Nancy, Autumn, Sue Ann. What are you? Are
I'm
you
a guest.
Ex officio? You're
I'm a guest.
Existential?
Honored guest.
Honored
You're a guest
guest.
star.
Terry Gaffney. And hopefully Jim and Terry Wood will be here soon. Okay, so let's have everyone take a look, or hopefully maybe you already have, had a look at the meeting minutes from last meeting from
You want
March
to see the
12th.
minutes?
Yes.
Terry, do you want to see the minutes?
No, it's not why I'm here.
And see if anyone has any update or any corrections. I did not see anything else that needed to
Oh,
be
that's good, I
corrected.
like that.
Yeah, nice work.
And we're beginning a minute earlier today than we did last time.
Hey,
Nice.
look at that. Progress.
We started at 3:36 last time.
All right, well, does anyone have a motion to accept or, yeah, a motion to accept the
One, two,
minutes?
however you want,
And
accept it all.
Seconded, all right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, let's roll on. Rob, I have you next with the treasurer's report. Hopefully you all received the email that
Yes.
Rob sent.
Yeah.
Yes.
With the update on where we
I think I
stand.
printed a copy of it.
The budget year
I
goes
think
through
I
the
did.
end of June.
If not,
Oh,
we can
Susan,
share.
hello.
Hi, Susan.
Susan Jimenez.
Hello, how are you?
Exactly what I had.
All right, so Rob put that together, a snapshot of where we stand with what we've spent so far and what we anticipate spending. I like that we have $10 left in the cemetery column. That was good. Spend it down.
Yeah, just I guess a couple things so I can give some context to this. So, as Sue-Ann mentioned, so this is the budget year that goes through June 30th, the 24-25 budget that we submitted in November will be voted on today. So we'll find out what the budget looks like
Thought I was
for
losing it.
2025 after that vote is done. We try to get some inside baseball on how our proposal is looking, compared to when we submitted it to what they're actually voting on. The details have not been forthcoming, so we'll see what comes out of that.
Okay.
Just as another point to mention on the budget, so we did receive a cemetery grant from the state of Connecticut for $5,000 for abandoned cemeteries, and last time I checked with Ed Gentile, which was about 2 weeks ago, we did spend $3,600 at 4 cemeteries, Andrews, Bates 1, Bates 2, and Waterbury 2. So in addition to the monies that we've spent at cemetery maintenance, which is just around $9,800, there's been additional funds going in to clean up those cemeteries as well from the state grants. And I'll let Sue-Ann, I guess, give a little more context to this, but the reason we put this together was to make sure we understood the cash flows in and out for M&C across the 3 accounts before the budget year is over, in particular because we had a request for beautification, which I'll let Sue-Ann give a little more context.
Yes, well, actually, I have that down under new business, so we'll talk about that in a couple of minutes.
Excuse
But
me, did he say 5,000 or 500 from the state?
5,000 from the
5,000,
state.
that's what I thought, okay.
Okay, Rob, thanks so much. All right, Nancy, a display case update? Yeah.
Thanks for everybody.
Oh, all right.
We did really good on this. I had my, my formal meeting with John and Monica, and I am here until November 2025, God willing.
Excellent.
And so Monica suggested that I contact Krista McNamara, and I did. You don't want one. Okay, there you go. And she's going to, and I gave her this.
Do you have another?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
I thought-
She's giving it to Diane.
Anyway, September, October, November, December were pretty well done. It was our block from April to August. So Krista said she's going to fill it in, and if you noticed it downstairs, she did a beautiful job. It really looks nice in that display case down there. So that'll be there unless, unless someone else wants to put something in, like Linda O'Leary had said something about DHS, and Krista asked me, I said, I haven't heard anything about that.
Right.
And I think she was just wanting to know if there was going to be some kind of interest in that before she went ahead with it. So for now, Krista has it from April to August.
Okay,
Okay?
excellent.
And, Monica, when I was talking to Monica and John, she said that for 911, we should definitely try to get chairs, a sound system, and student involvement.
Okay,
So that was something else that she mentioned. And then I think I said to everybody about the 13 Revolutionary War patriots in the Norton River graveyard. That was her word, not mine. I don't know if that is graveyard an appropriate word, I don't know. Anyway, she said that they would only remain at the post road entrance. It was a symbolic gesture. So did I give this to everybody? I think I did. Maybe I didn't. I should have. But anyway, that was in March, I believe. Yeah, that was in March. It was on Thursday at 11 a.m.
oh, right.
It was a one-day event that they were doing at the cemetery. So
Right,
that's all I have for the display case.
awesome. It's
Yes.
good to have it filled up with good stuff. Excellent. Well, thank you all. All right.
Okay, under minutes for display case, I'm just going to put Nancy as the best.
Yeah, just put Nancy is awesome.
Anybody else care to stroke me? There you go.
All right, so now to the street sign. Susan, how did it go
Yeah,
this
everything
month?
is fine. I just have to figure out how to pay for it. Like, do
Paper?
I pay for it?
Oh, pay for it.
Pay
Oh,
for it.
We can walk down after the meeting just to be sure that we have that
Oh, okay.
straight, how they want us to pay for it, I think.
that you're going into the selectman's office down there?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
They're generally, I think, they bill, but other entities that we do business with bill the town, I
Oh,
should say,
okay.
and then the town pays them.
Oh, okay. Do we need a PO or?
So that's,
purchase order?
we can
Yeah,
just
okay.
talk
If you
that.
have an invoice, I take it to town hall, the correct account.
Oh.
So,
Okay, so get an invoice?
yeah, if you can get them to give you an invoice for it.
Okay.
Susan, I think I have your email, but I'm not sure. What's your email?
Oh, my email is wswk@sbcglobal.net. It's an old, everyone's initials.
I don't know if I've sent you everything I have from the Veteran Street sign,
Oh, okay.
so whatever I have, I'll send you.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Great. And so we're on track, we have one more meeting before Memorial Day, so, but we'll be on track to
Yes,
put it
yeah.
up. Okay.
I know.
Exciting.
I know. Yeah, it is.
Okay, so Jim did not make it here, but Rob, would you care to give a report from the cemetery committee?
Yeah, I think the only thing worth updating was that, that cemetery grant was utilized over the last 2 or 3 months. The $3,600 that we accessed from that state grant over the 4 cemeteries. But there's nothing additional to report. We will have some cleanup from the last couple of storms that we've had recently, which I also layered into the budget that I circulated, but nothing new to report.
Okay, excellent, thank you.
I was very lucky with that storm. There was a huge branch above my yard.
Yeah.
And it came down, but it must have hit some kind of a wind thing because it blew it over the fence and into the woods. I was like, thank you.
Oh, well, that's lucky.
Yeah, it didn't go down on my fence or my house or my yard. It was good.
Nice.
Very good. Okay, number 7, Memorial Day. Actually, I should just have Memorial Day and divide it up into the parade and the ceremony in the cemetery. So as far as the parade goes, Isabel and JP are working on all of the correspondence with the different groups that are going to be marching, or finding out that they're going to be marching. So please, all of our, well, actually, we're not on camera, but anyway. if anybody can hear me, look for the email to be coming soon about the Memorial Day Parade and marching in it.
Are we going to put something in the paper?
I was going to ask you about that. Would you be willing to put something together and we can look at what we've used in the past?
Okay, if you've got copies of what they've used in the
Yeah.
past, so I kind of do the same format type of thing.
I may have that still.
You're so good. We need to have you come in.
That's why I'm here. I want to find out what you don't have.
Yes,
Ah,
yes,
nice.
that would be nice, and
Thank
I'll
you,
be happy
Terry.
to do that. I'll be happy to do that.
That'd be
Nancy
awesome.
will.
I mean, it was very simple. It's just, it was any organization, any nonprofit organization that is interested in marching, please contact and give them the email address.
Are
Don't
we
give them a
still
phone
using-
number, give them the email address.
That random email address.
Yeah.
No, can I send it to like the Darien,
Yeah.
I would send it to everybody.
oh, okay.
Send it to all the press contacts.
Okay.
And even if we were on camera, I would say it. Darien Times has become Scott tissue as far as I'm
Oh,
concerned.
there's,
It's like,
do you, when they wrote about, what was it that we were just talking about this? They wrote something, and they mentioned every town in Connecticut except Darien.
In the Darien paper?
Yeah, in the
yeah,
Darien
you-
paper. I
it
forget
might
what it was. What
behoove
was
you
it that I was
also
talking
to,
about?
to poke them about, are you doing the Memorial Day section?
Sorry.
Because they didn't do it last year.
Hi.
Hey, Terry.
Oh, the Times.
Hello, how are
Yeah.
you?
Good.
Good day. Sorry.
Glad you're here. So
Warm enough?
Terry and Terry Wood and Jim DeMark have arrived. Hooray.
The carpool team.
Yeah. Let's see.
Okay, so you're looking into getting
Oh,
some sort
how's-
of
oh, I'm
press
sorry.
information.
Sue Ann, do you want me to run these things
yeah.
out?
When did they write that in
Not
the
yet.
paper, do you
We're
know?
not
Okay.
quite to it yet.
All right,
Right
okay.
now,
So,
we're,
what is
I
it?
skipped it this one.
Nice.
Okay,
So
all
then
right.
we'll
I just feel
pop
like
back.
Thank you.
February
Go
9th,
later.
I mean,
Don't-
May
don't
9th, you
Together,
want it to
we
go
can
in?
do that.
Oh, no, I thought
It
you
is
asked
the
what day
9th,
today.
today.
Oh, yeah,
April.
today is the 9th.
So, I mean, don't you think sooner rather than later? I mean,
Yeah,
as soon as we
as soon
get
as
organized.
possible.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask them if they'll print it, like, what, I'll write it up and get the approval, yada,
Dar-
yada.
Darienite and Darien Patch are much more responsive.
Yeah, and so is the one that's out of, with.
Oh, and you've gotten stuff, I can never get anything in Darien Patch.
It's
so
the
you-
Darienite, the
yeah.
Darienite is very good, is it?
Yeah.
Darienite.com with
Yeah.
Dave Gerliachi,
Yeah.
yeah. He's really good.
Yeah.
In fact, I might send him a photo. He might put a photo in with it.
Yeah.
And
That
I
would be a
know
draw.
the,
Nice, that would be
what's
great.
it called? What's my friend Megan works at, that new, well, it's not new, it's an online newspaper.
Oh, Megan.
That's
Muldoon.
Darienite.
No, that's Connecticut Examiner.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, okay, that's a
Yeah.
different one,
Terrific.
okay.
Absolutely terrific.
Anything you
And
you can give to her, for sure.
Yeah.
That's great, Connecticut Examiner.
I never heard of it either.
Megan Muldoon.
Megan Muldoon. M-E-G-H-A-N?
Meghanmuldoon, and she's m.muldoon at ctexaminer.com. And CT Examiner was founded about 4 years ago in the
Examiner.com, you said, I'm sorry.
Examiner.com, yep. Founded about 4 years ago, the western part of the state. They wanted a truly centered, nonpartisan news source. And they've done very well. They have 250,000 unique viewers a week. There are no ads. Subscriptions are $20 a year. You can stop at any time. And the news is very clean, it's beautifully written, it's simple, it's right.
No prejudicial
facts.
stuff. That's good.
Only the, what's that expression? Only the facts, ma'am. They do a great job. And Megan Muldoon is a dedicated reporter for Darien.
Perfect, from Darien,
She's really
good.
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 She's got a lot of experience. She's a lawyer. So she can also
you.
report on Hartford News and the impact
Making
locally.
you get your laps in
Because she
today.
understands
Yeah.
statutory law.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
Oh my God.
Statutory law. It sounds so forbidding, doesn't it?
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, so
Oh, I printed these out. Are
Oh, you
these
did?
different? Are
Great.
these different?
Okay, super.
So that's the next.
yep, so the to-dos, other to-dos. So I have this, Terry, that you've prepared so nicely.
You have one
And
of these?
the to-do, this is the.
Here, do you want this one back?
To-do
or-
list, timeline.
Diane, did you
the
get one?
timeline
Oh,
for the
great,
chairman.
great, great.
So I'm gonna go through this and
Actually,
assign some people. I know you had said you'd be willing to help with a few like
Yeah, gotta be very picky.
discrete
because we're-
things, so we can figure out
I missed that. What?
So this is the timeline
Oh,
for the
yes.
chair of
I've
the
seen that-
parade.
I've seen that before.
So actually, we can pass it around.
Oh,
If
that's a
anybody
great
feels
idea.
like there's something in their wheelhouse and you want to write your name next to it, I would be all right with that. So
Okay. I still have my hat from last year.
excellent. So that's something we should probably do is order some more hats, and I know we need to order the Grand Marshal.
It's been sitting in my back seat since last Memorial Day. Isn't that terrible?
Oh, it's fun. I looked at that
You need the
online.
sash and you also need the,
Really?
If I didn't have it in my car, I wouldn't
And-
know either.
also there's the Darien, Town of Darien sticker that goes on that button, so that's a Linda thing.
Okay.
Buttons, are we getting buttons?
No, the Grand Marshal gets a sash with a satin boutonniere that goes on it as
So
well.
we-
That's
so-
Town of Darien
Okay.
and Grand Marshal
Do you as
on the sash.
I remember when my dad was.
Put together kind of the.
And also,
Where they
1986,
go.
I think
JP
it
and
was.
Isabel.
if the Grand
They're
Marshal
putting
is
together
riding,
what's
a
the
sign for the
layout.
car.
So we'll make
Each
the
side,
apps, so
two
on
signs
the
for the
day,
car,
'cause that's
that
not
if
like
the Grand Marshal is riding.
I
Do
think
that.
my father
Set up
rode in
the
that
signs
old
whatever.
fire
Exactly.
truck, the antique
And,
fire truck that they always have.
But
I
either
think he
way,
said that.
So that'd be
whatever,
great.
if
So,
they're
yeah.
riding as opposed to walking, the vehicle needs the Grand Marshal sign on
If you want to.
If
both
I
sides
did
of the
write something
vehicle.
down, I wanted to make sure, because I just got a little bit too much going on.
Yeah.
And I don't
Okay.
know if I have that in my to-do list or not.
What's that?
If the Grand Marshal chooses to ride as opposed to walk, whatever vehicle will be transported in is supposed to have a Grand Marshal sign on either side of the vehicle,
Oh,
so that everybody knows it's the Grand Marshal.
and does that sign exist?
I've made them up personally every year, so they don't exist.
What do you make them up with?
I buy, you know,
This is gonna take one.
Poster
the
board?
Poster board and just
Take one person.
print it out.
Thank you.
Well, I don't vote,
This is the
so.
timeline.
Even though I am not a voting member here, first of all, you didn't tell me my name was on this list, knucklehead.
I will not put that in the minutes.
Mr.
Will not put that in the
Knucklehead.
minutes.
Mr. Vice President Knucklehead.
Mr. Vice Chair
Oh, you
Knucklehead.
deserve to be on the list.
I'm gonna, since I'm not a voting member, you just have to put up with my opinion. I love John, but I would stay as far away from any elected official as I possibly could. Bob Patton is a,
Aren't we not naming?
We're not
Oh.
naming
Numbers?
names.
oh,
Numbers.
number one, sorry, well, we're not on
You
TV.
told us.
But
that.
yeah, let's just go with numbers
Yeah,
anyway.
number
How
one
we-
is a,
How do we escape
is an
that?
elected official.
Nominated.
I would stay as far away from the elected official unless you had nobody else who was worth considering. Number two is a great speaker and would probably have a lot of great things to say. Number three is a great speaker who would probably have a lot of great things to say. Dave Pollard is not a great speaker.
Number four.
Number four.
Number four is not a great speaker.
Number five.
Number
I don't
five
know
is
how
not
that
going
got
to be
on
the
list.
Number
speaker.
5 is a great speaker.
No,
Yes,
no, number
yes.
number five is not going to
Master
be.
of ceremony.
Well,
You're gonna
did
do
you have
that,
her
right?
permission? Did you have her permission?
Go ahead, go
He
ahead,
asked me to
talk.
be MC.
He did, I
Yeah, so
know.
I can't be speaker.
Oh, you don't want to ride in the fire truck?
No. And from what I have been told by somebody sitting to my left, number 6 would be a spectacular. And of course, as a vet, that also, to my way of thinking, gives him another boost up. So I'm not voting, but that's my opinions.
Sure, yeah, all right.
I don't necessarily agree with you. I think
That's why you're in Mr. Knucklehead.
that's, and the reason why I don't agree with
Maybe
you
we
is
should
because
get the recording back.
I think the guy has done such a tremendous job and
Which
devoted
guy?
himself to this town. And the other thing that I love
Who are
about
you
this,
talking
about?
number one.
Oh, okay, well, I gave you my opinion. I'm not voting, so you don't have to convince
Well,
me.
you know, I'm sorry, it's your deal, right?
Yeah.
Nope,
I
we're
think
on,
Are we doing Grand
number
Marshal
7.
first?
Yeah, let's do Grand Marshal
Yeah,
first.
Okay.
Grand Marshal.
I think we have 3 candidates for Grand Marshal. And I think these have been on our list, I
Yes.
believe.
Paul Hendrickson. Oh, I'm
Number
sorry.
3. Does anyone have any questions or points that they want to bring up about any of the candidates?
I personally know number one. I've
Can I
known
take a
him.
look at them?
His son and my son grew up together.
That's what I was thinking. Oh,
I mean, this guy is,
is this the?
take a look at what he's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and he's one of the most low-key people that you'd ever want to meet. He doesn't wear any of this on his chest. He's just a good...
Which number, I'm sorry?
Number one.
Number one.
He's just a good basic guy, and he never talks about any of this. I mean, when I look at what this guy has accomplished, Distinguished Flying Cross, Bronze Star, Air
Yeah.
Medal, it's incredible, all right? I just wanted to share that with you.
Okay.
I went to school with Paul, with number 3.
Or did you?
Yeah,
Wow.
he was 2 years ahead of me.
Okay. Well, so I think just to, I wasn't 100% sure, but I think to make it transparent, we'll have everyone take a piece of paper,
Okay.
right at the top, Grand Marshal.
Okay.
Yeah, Grand Marshal, and put your person that you're voting for, and we'll have Jim collect them and
I will.
count them up.
Okay?
Don't cheat.
I will.
So fresh.
Do we have to sign our name?
Yes.
You do?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say, I need my back.
What
We'll
do you
make him
need?
do
No,
another
no, no.
lap.
Terry, Autumn asked if we needed to sign our
Susan, excuse me
names.
for
Terry
reaching.
said yes. Oh, no, what, do I have that reversed? You asked, I don't know.
Thank you. Okay.
No,
All right.
She just gave it to me.
Sue Ann, you
Yep,
got?
we had a little
All right,
file going
thanks.
down there.
Let me just look at this and I'll give it.
Did you do that one?
And drum roll, please.
Writing is terrible.
Oh, and Rob, you can, and you know what, JP also gave me his votes too.
Oh, here.
Oh, I should.
And let's see, Rob, can you tell us which number person you vote for Grand Marshal?
Who's collecting these for Grand Marshal?
Jim
You're the
is.
secretary.
Jim is.
Well, this is, I'm talking about keynote speaker, sorry.
Not
Okay.
yet.
Oh, this is the speaker.
Did-
Oh, yeah.
Has anybody called in, Sue Ann?
Yes.
Yep, Rob's on the phone, so he votes number one.
Okay.
And JP also voted number one.
All right, so that's almost unanimous. There's only one that's not number one.
Okay,
Okay?
all right, so candidate number one,
All right, now should I pass these out again and just let them?
I think there were enough pieces if
Oh, all right,
everybody just
okay.
wants
Well, I
to.
cut mine.
Yeah, I just, did
Yeah, I
you
cut
say that
mine
JP and Rob Hulick both called
Always the
in? So
conservation.
JP called
So
in?
JP sent me an email, because he's actually on
The
reserve
Ohio
duty
Fiscal
right now.
Conservative.
So he's not here today,
He's not
okay.
here, but he did
the speaker now?
speaker.
Yes.
Let me know by email who he voted for.
Okay.
All right, so can we speak about this now? This,
When we're decided, we can say who it is, right? Or do we, no, we should
speaker?
talk to the person, the speaker.
Yeah.
We should talk to the people that we voted for before we make their
okay,
name.
I will do that, okay?
Yeah.
Make sure they want
To-
to.
Yeah, because we had, one year we had one guy who just, a World War II veteran who should have been the Grand Marshal. He just absolutely refused to do it.
Yeah.
That's why you're here, Terry.
You
To
know, a
replace
lot of
somebody who
these
backs
guys
out.
don't
That Terry, sorry.
want to do it.
Yeah.
You know, they say, give it to somebody else.
Actually, every single person in all the years I've done this, not one person said, gee, that's great.
Yeah.
They all said, somebody else
Yes.
deserves it. Every single one of them.
Goes to show you how humble they are.
Yes.
All right, so getting back to what Terry said,
You are aware we are currently filming?
We are filming.
Yeah.
Great,
We
thank
are
you.
nobody
legally
told us.
required to as soon as you start the meeting. just so you're
Excellent,
aware.
thank you, thank you.
okay, number one,
God, all of your trash talk.
Now, everybody in town knows your official title,
Which is
Mr.
what?
Knucklehead.
all right. So number one,
So number one for.
we're talking about number one for the speaker.
It's probably 20 minutes ago.
As far as I'm concerned, as far as I'm concerned, this gentleman has devoted himself to this town. It's incredible.
Okay.
And one of the things that I really respect about him, he does not have a lot of ego. He's not a typical politician.
Are you talking about number one?
Yes.
I agree with you on that.
And not only that, but You know, I'm not,
We're on the.
what he said to me,
Female
I asked him if he'd
speaker.
be interested in doing this, and he said, Jim, I am so delighted that you have asked me to become a candidate for this. But what he said to me was, listen, if you've got somebody that's better than I am and more suitable to do the job, then I have no problem. I mean, I respect him for that, you know? Okay, now, number two, the guy's got all the qualifications in the world. You know, I mean, all you have to do is read this thing, and the lineage that he has is incredible. You know, General George Patton, you know, it's incredible. So, that's all I'm saying. And
He also, by the way, I've been to events where he's been the speaker, and he is a very effective public speaker.
I've talked to some guys on the DMA, and they
Yeah.
absolutely agree with you, you know? And just for your FYI, a lot of these other people are on the list that you gave me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what are they doing on the list?
Well, they're all good. I think everybody
They
would
all
have
sound
something
good,
good
yeah.
to say.
Except for number 5, Daddy. All right,
Okay,
so,
the only point of consideration I'd like to toss out there is the number 1 on this list, although it's not in order of priority. This person has committed to being the master of ceremonies for the Declaration Day ceremony.
Oh,
So-
which number?
Number one.
Number 1.
yeah, but that's like 2 months in between.
Well,
you
no,
know?
it's
I
6
mean,
weeks, it's 5 weeks.
Pardon me?
It's 5 weeks.
It's
All right,
Memorial
5
Day,
weeks.
4th of July, yeah.
So
But still,
what
it's-
does one thing have to do with the other?
Because you're giving an opportunity to someone else to participate in sharing their views.
Yeah, but this isn't, I understand that. You're giving them an opportunity, and this is an honor. The guy that got this last year is Bruce Kinlock, and as Terry said,
Wait, we're talking
Wait,
about two
that's-
different things now.
no, as Terry said.
But she's talking about the speaker, not the grand marshal.
Oh, well,
We've jumped
okay,
back to Reinhardt.
okay, all right.
It isn't.
Okay, I
They're
hear
both
you.
an honor.
Yeah, I agree with that. I beg your pardon, I was incorrect on that, but I believe that this is an honor as well. And I don't know whether one thing has to do with the other, but it's okay. That's just my opinion. You guys go from there.
Yeah, well, thank you for
Again,
putting
I'm not
the-
voting, but I would simply suggest that the first year because I don't think he would ever do anything that would be untoward at all. But I would, if I were voting, I'd say I'd vote for him the first year he's not in office. That would be my
Okay,
point of
that's,
view.
Do we get to know who the Grand Marshal majority vote got and pending their
They-
acceptance?
Number
What he
one.
said.
what we vote and then
Yeah,
you
number-
know.
Oh, I thought you
No,
counted
that
those.
was-
Yeah, but that was for
That was grand
That was-
marshal.
Grand Marshal.
That was the Grand Marshal.
And who was
That
that?
was,
Number one.
Number
Mike.
one.
Number 1.
Number 1.
Okay.
That was, I beg your
But
pardon. It was
we
Gene
have
Markowski.
to check with him. Well, it's just number
Right.
one. Number 1. Number 1.
We're good.
Number one.
Good. All right, number 1 for grand marshal. So now
So
let's
now we're going to
everyone,
do speaker.
take your ballot and vote for which candidate you think should be the
Thanks.
speaker at the ceremony in the cemetery.
Thank you.
Oh, and this was JP's vote.
Here's JP's vote, here's
And-
the 3 of us and
And
JP.
Rob,
And then you're still waiting
not
for-
person, or do you want, I can take you off speaker and I can make a little ballot for you if you want.
Yeah,
Who was
please.
it? Oh, sure, yep.
Let me take it over to him.
He's gonna text it to me.
Okay, good.
All right, got it?
Let me know what I'm-
Dokey.
I guess it was supposed to be anonymous, but.
Oh, well.
I did kind of announce. So whoever you voted for. Oops.
Okay, it's number 2.
For what?
What?
For the keynote speaker. We're not together today. I need a martini.
Speaker. Okay, so we have
Nice,
number one
okay.
for the
Number one for the Grand Marshal and number
two
two.
for the
Yeah.
speaker. Okay.
And I want to say a big thank you to Jim DeMark for
Yes.
putting all that together
It's okay,
and
it's all right.
running it all down.
And I've already, when I asked both these gentlemen if they would be interested in doing it, what both of them said that they would consider it an honor to do this, right? Just so everybody knows this is a done deal, okay?
So this, did we just say number two?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
For what?
For what?
When I
I
did
just
the-
confused myself completely with the first.
Sorry, you're in good company then.
Right?
Yeah,
It's
we are all
happening.
confused
Oh my
today.
God. Okay.
Can I put the names
I think
in
you'll be
the minutes, or
fabulous.
do I just put the numbers? And say,
Let's put the
I put the
numbers
names and say
down.
pending
Yeah.
acceptance?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay,
Yeah, that's great.
so I don't put the names?
No,
Well, the minutes won't get published till next month.
after we've voted. Yeah, that's true. So, yeah, I think you could put the name in the minutes.
Good, I like that.
Yeah, they don't get published till after they're approved at the following meeting.
So you'll be safe. Either way, you'll be safe.
Okay.
Let's see.
He looks good.
So Nancy's gonna work on the press release. There'll be several press releases as time goes by, so we'll be in communication on
Good.
how that goes.
My youngest son was really good friends with his grandson. They used to go to their house on Royal Road all the time,
Oh, neat.
Oh, yes.
when they lived on Royal Road. yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not him, but
Right, the son.
Yeah,
Yeah, who's
yeah.
now a young adult,
a grandfather, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So she's gonna take care of all the press-related stuff.
Yes, and then there are some things for the ceremony in the cemetery. I need to contact Chris Andrade. He provides the sound system and also,
ANDRADE?
yes.
yes, and he will be able to hopefully tell us for sure that the Tudor singers will be there. Terry, one thing I would love to get from you, if you can, is send me the program. I was looking, I don't think I have the electronic.
Are we talking about the cemeteries on Memorial Day, or are we
Yes,
on,
on
to- we haven't moved on to
Memorial Day.
Declaration Day? Okay, good.
No.
Just want to make sure I'm on the right track here with this stuff.
And, we have a religious, or a, yeah, I guess you could say a religious person, not saying the right word there.
Oh, a rector.
Clergyman.
A clergy
yeah,
person
yeah.
provide all I can think of now is benediction.
Invocation and
Invocation
benediction.
Oh,
Spring fever, we need to open the windows for spring.
I would love to ask.
So if someone had a suggestion.
Do you have an
I
idea?
would love, yes, and they haven't done it.
Okay.
Do.
That would, I know.
I don't object, I do not object. Is that the way to vote? I vote down. I vote.
So Terry Wood is going
Yes,
to
in fact, I'll text right now.
ask someone to provide the invocation and the benediction.
Yes.
I know one of Terry Gaffney's thoughts in the past was, to try and make sure that it was as universal as possible, given, not only are there people from town, but
Yeah.
people walking by and just making it
You're looking for
accepting.
someone that's going to do the invocation, what was the other thing
And
you
the
said?
Benediction.
And the benediction, okay.
So I think that's good advice, good,
I have an idea for that, and maybe Terry's as well.
Yes, I think we're aligned. I'm sending an email right now and copying someone, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, let me know if I can be helpful.
All right, I'll copy you on it.
All right.
Thank you, Rob.
Yeah.
And so you can let us know
Yes.
who.
We should know within a
if
couple
the
of.
person-
Yeah.
Who?
Accepts
Oh, right.
for the clergy person.
For the program.
If they do accept, before I send out a publicity thing, can I mention the names? No?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That this person will be.
Let's be surprised.
Then we also, and I think I'm on the hook for this as well, need to get Scout USA and a Girl Scouts that help in with the ceremony in the cemetery, as one of the Scout USA people reads the General Logan's order. I think
Gettysburg Address, and
you had said that there's an abridged version of General Logan's order, and just something I was
Yes.
reading. If you
Yeah.
could shoot me that would be
yeah,
great.
because there's a lot of folderol in there that just, you lose the audience.
Everybody's eyes glaze over. And then a Girl Scout generally reads the Gettysburg Address.
Oh, right.
So I will work on getting in contact with.
Oh, that's your phone. I was going to say, who's ringing the
It's very
bells?
peaceful.
The Carolyn tone.
He doesn't want to be startled by a phone call.
He's getting on in years. He doesn't want to be startled.
It's my heart. It's not as strong as used.
My favorite caller, scam likely.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Those should be nice and gentle. We're trying
So I think we are on track for most of the tasks. I think we have our committee, the committee of the committee identified for, back to the parade, for hurting the cats at Goodwives.
Yes.
I need to contact
Sorry.
the police, the new police
It's we ladies.
captain. and
Jerry Marin.
Jerry Marin. I saved the article in the paper.
he gets sworn in on Friday. Oh, well,
Yeah.
he's been sworn in, but the ceremony.
Yeah, ceremony is Friday, 12:30, I think.
For what?
His
The new
official
police.
swearing in for the new police chief.
Oh.
Yeah,
Are we
he's-
doing something
he
with that?
started- No.
No.
Are you guys that are doing the signing for Good Wives, you're gonna get JP to do that, right? Is with you as well?
Yes, I think he was
I mean,
planning
the
to
reason
help.
why is because you do know you climb up a ladder.
Yeah,
you
and put those
be
things
careful.
in.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I have been doing that for him, but
Right.
I'm not about to do it this year
No.
because of my back, but,
No.
Right.
all right?
Speaking of which, I don't know if I have it on the checklist there, but you need to buy
Oh, zip ties.
the long
Zip ties.
zip ties.
The ones that drove us crazy. It's does Marin?
Jeremiah,
Yeah, does he go by
M-A-R-R-O-N.
I know that, yeah, I know who
Well,
he is.
we
I just didn't know
officially
if he
go
went
with
by Jerry
Jeremiah.
or Jeremiah.
Well, Jerry when you're talking with him, but if you're writing, it's Jeremiah. With an H.
Jeremihah.
Correct.
Marin, Marron, okay. And that's this Thursday?
Friday.
Sorry.
Sue Ann, when do we send out, or I don't know how this works, but who's gonna march in the parade?
So Isabel and JP have taken that task on. They've got access to the email account and to the invitation, which I've updated by changing the date to this
Okay.
year's Memorial Day date. So they're going to send it to the elected officials, and then they're going to send it also to the whole list.
Okay, great, thank you.
Yeah, the thing with the elected officials is dicey because, not the town officials, but the state and US, because they basically have staff. And the staff changes.
Rotates around, yeah.
More often than people change their underwear.
Yeah.
So, the address, same thing with the National Guard. So, I mean, if you
I
haven't
got a
been on them,
reply.
oh, beautiful.
I got a reply, so I was
Okay,
happy
good.
about that, yeah. I was figuring I'd have to start hunting, but I got
Yeah.
a reply right back, so.
Is there any sort of timeline as far as like sending out those invitations?
So I
or-
looked, and last year, I think they went on April 14th.
It should be on the
Yes,
list there.
on the,
Okay.
so.
And
I
Terry
think
was
we're-
telling
I
me
think we're
over the
right on.
past couple of years, I guess some of these people don't answer in a timely fashion.
Oh, some?
You know what the best thing is to put at the bottom of it, say, thank you for your kind attention to this request. And then they kind of feel like, oh, well, maybe I should.
Maybe.
But here's the other thing, if you're gonna set up the parking lot with the numbers and all that stuff,
Yeah.
it's key to where those people are gonna fit.
Yeah.
If you don't get an answer,
Yeah.
it's gonna be difficult.
And the one thing that you have to be mindful of is if you have groups of small children, that you're not putting them behind vehicles that are going to be spewing out a lot of fumes. So just,
I feel like we could probably look over templates from past years and kind of,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think-
every year, trust me,
It's
every
gonna be
year
very
it gets
similar.
moved.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know,
it gets
Yeah, it gets
every
moved
year.
every year.
The other thing, just as a suggestion, right? I guess there's retail days in downtown Darien, right?
there's what?
You know, retail, everybody has
Oh,
booths
gotcha.
outside.
Yep. Yep.
I think the woman that runs that whole thing advises people that if you don't get back to us by a certain time, there may not be a booth.
So should we just put a date?
If
We need
I
to
were
know
you,
by so-and-so?
I would try
Smart.
and do something like
Smart.
that.
Yeah, we
That's-
did that with Shakespeare on the Sound when we were looking for ad.
So indicate the
revenue.
date, deadline.
So just so you can make
The
the,
deadline.
Yeah, Jim,
make it
that's a
into the
very
playbill.
good-
That's a great idea.
You
So
see,
that is
the other
great
thing is,
suggestion.
what
Chamber
Terry
of
used to
Yeah,
do
that's a great idea.
was he would have a actual diagram of everybody that's coming,
Uh-huh.
and where they would be fitting in the parade.
Yeah.
So I don't know if anybody's
It
good.
changes every year.
No, but
Yeah,
I'm
that's
saying.
JP
I-
But we
and
could use it
Isabel
as a
have
template.
Oh, yes,
So
great.
as soon
Yeah,
as
before
the emails
Yeah, that's a
go
great
out
idea, though.
Okay,
and start
great.
coming back in, we can start
So we
figuring
can
out
put
the
that, we can
spacing.
put that
Could use
verbiage
it as a
about a
template.
date.
Yeah.
I think that's a nice idea,
Really,
put a
I-
deadline.
like-
And then-
I think so.
Because, yeah.
Please reply
By
by,
such and such.
please kindly
Yeah.
reply
Yes.
by,
Yeah.
for planning purposes.
I'm gonna follow
Pretty
up
sure
my
I
phone
put in the
calls, I don't
notes
mind
that the
doing it.
3 fire departments
You're good, I don't use
change
phone.
places
I remember
every
you
year.
said that.
So whoever was first last year is
Oh.
third this
Okay,
year.
I got you.
Okay? They just move up and back.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then I think they came in the wrong order.
They,
last year,
yeah,
too.
last year they did a who
That was-
goose the mongoose last year.
Yeah, that was a little cuckoo.
See,
They didn't seem too worried
We did
about
it.
it
No.
at the end of the day.
Did very well.
At least not out loud.
Right,
We're probably
right.
like, just go ahead, huh?
Okay. All right, so I think that we're tentatively on track now. We're on track.
Did you get a hold of the TV people yet?
Yes. Well, I got a note back from Jim, but I did not get a note back, well, I haven't looked in the past couple of days, from
Damien?
Damien.
Yeah.
So
Who's
I'll
he?
circle back with him.
So the Darien Sports Media live streams the parade over YouTube.
And
Yeah.
did you send out the request for like the blurb to the groups, fill in this information?
I sent that out every year, and less than half of them respond, so
You just,
I'd make it up.
so you basically wrote the script for
Yeah.
DAF, okay.
Yeah.
Here's another one, and it was kind of an uncomfortable situation last year. The local newspaper did not list all the people that served over
Right.
the years. Should we be doing anything about that?
I
You know what, we
suggested
can.
before you get here that Sue Ann contact them.
Okay.
Does anybody know who the new editor is at the Darien Times? It's changed like 3 or 4 times in the last couple of years.
Yeah, because they
And
did not
nobody's
run,
been
they did
Susan
not run the
Schultz.
Memorial Day
Right.
section last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that pissed me off when they did that,
Yeah,
yeah.
so,
You were not alone.
Yeah.
Now, Sue Ann, you and I had a meeting with the lady that's the editor of that, one of the magazines.
Right.
Should I give her a call and ask her if she's going to do anything about the Memorial Day parade?
You
Or would
could.
you rather?
No, that's fine. Yeah,
All right.
that'd be great. Reach out to her, see, I'm not sure when their issues are coming out. They're only every other month at this point, but
Okay.
she might,
We also, over the years, I've worked with Molly Hirsch over there. We've done a couple articles. She actually did the article about Emma Bingham's headstone that we relocated. I can also just see if we can start a dialogue with her about that.
oh, that would be great, Rob. Yeah,
Okay.
please do that.
What, I didn't really understand what he was saying.
He was doing, when they were replacing the headstone and final resting place,
Oh, that, okay.
yeah, so he
I don't
had,
need to put that
he
in the
had-
notes, yeah, no.
he has contact through that
Ah,
sort of experience.
Okay.
Molly Hirsch, I think.
Molly
it
Hirsch,
was.
yeah.
All right, and please, yeah, let's just keep the lines of communication going amongst ourselves, and if I come up with some things that I need help with, I will definitely let you know. And I'll ask you to send things to me 3 or 4 times, so I'm sure I have them. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's move on to the Declaration Day ceremony.
Declaration Day.
Really wonderful news, the Darien Community Band is able to play at the event.
Nice.
I'm really
Nice.
thrilled.
Great.
I'm sorry, I missed that,
The
sorry.
Darien Community Band is available and enthused to be playing at the event, the Declaration
Concert.
Day event.
Nice.
Yeah, very, and we've gotten permission to use the high school and the courtyard, and gotten all those things nailed down, so we're in good shape.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's exciting. Very good.
And you have John, and you have the new sound speaker, and sound system.
Yes, yeah.
Got it all taken care of.
Very good. Okay. Then let's move on to the new business. So I've received an email from Sarah Schultz, I believe her name is. She is with the Beautification Commission. And I don't know if you recall, but hanging from all of the light posts in town were American flags. And they were determined to be no longer usable, and they were all taken down by the town, took them all down, and they're taking care of disposing of them properly. The next question was, well, who's gonna buy some new flags for us? And there was a lot of, whose job is it? And Monuments and Ceremonies must have bought the last one, so, will you
didn't.
buy the new ones?
We didn't, they did.
And so I pretty
Beautification
much,
Commission bought them?
Yeah.
no, well,
Well, we
there's
did.
somebody going back 13 years on the Beautification Commission who says that they did not purchase them either. So these flags that had been on the lampposts mysteriously appeared, and now they have disappeared. And the
How much money are we talking about?
thought is that they would like to buy some new ones. So it would cost $6,000.
What?
Wow.
To put flags on all of the lampposts in town.
How many quotes did they get? One?
I don't know, $6,000.
How big are the flags?
They're small. They're 18-inch,
I can
maybe.
And how many flags?
Well, there's 2 on each flag, on each
Oh,
post.
right.
So how many posts are there total?
150 total flags.
150 total flags.
Yeah. So I had asked Rob then to put together that little spreadsheet there with where we stand on funds right now. And so my thought was,
That's very
after I very
$3 a
grumpily
flag.
said,
Yeah.
no, I don't want to help. Yes, we should help. We do have money.
So did you find out whoever removed the flags, ask them,
Your budget, isn't it?
are the brackets still
So
there?
that was, I think that's in the email, Rob. That is inclusive of putting them back up. Let's see.
Did the Kiwanis do it at one point?
Do you happen to have that?
That's $40.
The
reference
Kiwanis,
around?
the Kiwanis has been inactive for about 7
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
They're both basically inactive.
The beautification should be responsible. Wouldn't that be
The
more?
flags are 2 by 3, and it says the team removed 133 of them, but the town needs 150 new flags and new sticks, flags for the center. Whether or not the 150 at $40 a flag includes all fixtures or labor, I don't know. But that's the information.
Okay. So Public Works has generously offered to put the flags up at the same time they put up the flowering hanging baskets for us. That's beautification. Their beautification's budget does not include for the purchase of the flags, and they were wondering whether Monuments and Ceremonies might have some unused money in our budget to help pay for the new flags. 150 flags at $40 a flag.
Question.
$40 a flag?
I know, that's ridiculous. Do they still have the hardware in place
Well,
where the old flags
So
were,
here's
right?
the question, if
shouldn't
we
have to-
would like to take on this task and, get quotes and, find out about the brackets and all that, we could certainly
I would think
do
that they saved the hardware on the posts rather
I
than
would-
disposing of them with the
Ann,
flags.
that's not our responsibility to do that. They're
Well,
asking us for money.
They're just
And we have to
asking for
make a
money.
vote and decide
So-
whether we
so
want to
let's-
contribute.
I think that's a good course of action. So I don't, let's see, so.
Rob suggested,
yeah.
based on his
Based
counting.
on what Rob's figures were, what we have left, it would not cause us financial difficulty if we were to offer
I
$2,000
see that here, yeah, there's a
for
line item.
the purchase of the flags.
I think before you vote on the flags, should do some spade work, because I'm going out of here and opening up a flag business in 5 minutes. If they're spending that kind of money on a flag, that's insane.
Yeah, we had
Somebody's brother-in-law owns the company they're getting it from, okay?
We had 3x5 flags at the Capitol, and they were $15, and they were a made in America.
And those are
top
bigger
dollar.
than
I was
what
just
we
gonna say
need.
made in
Yeah.
America,
But
right?
that's not
Yeah.
your responsibility. You're going to ask the beautification commission, you're not going to do that, and we're not going to do that.
Yeah, but we're
Correct?
voting on an appropriation that a number of us feel is
You know what?
not in line with.
For one, I'm not going to ask anybody how much flags cost, all right? If somebody on this table here likes to do it, that's great. If you want to
What
volunteer to
size is the
find
flag
out.
that's going on the
She said
post?
2 by 3.
What did I say, 2 by
2
3?
foot by 3? That's
Yeah,
big.
but they should be woven, not printed.
But
And they should be made in America.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I will just say, to add to the dialogue here, when you just do a quick sanity check, as I was doing when you did this on Amazon, you should be able to get a better price than $40. Now, I don't
That's
know,
insane.
though,
It's insane.
to the point that Sue Ann was saying, I don't know if they're including some kind of fixtures or if there's some kind of labor input. So we can obviously follow up. The purpose of the analysis was to show that this is probably a good thing to do for the town, and we just not going to cause us financial distress to be a part of it if we'd like to. So we can ask those follow-up questions.
Yeah, definitely.
When did they put the flower baskets up?
She did not tell me when that was.
Oh, so when they would need
So,
to
because
know
if they're
by-
coordinating it, right?
It would be
that
sometime
would be
in
But they
the
May,
were,
time.
the
probably
flags on the
after the
posts are
freeze
2
date.
feet by 3
Yeah.
feet. That's
So
big.
freeze
aren't
date
they?
would
Yeah,
probably
it
be
sounds
before
awfully
Memorial
big to
Day.
me.
That doesn't, it seems like they're more like 1
I
to 2.
was thinking, again, there are official flag sizes, but my memory is that it was 20, maybe it was 24, but I'm thinking it was 18 by 24.
That sounds more reasonable to me, because 2 by 3, that's a big flag to be
Yeah.
hanging on each post.
Too
Much,
Too,
yeah, much as
So
it
they,
is a
have
nice
they, have they
display.
disposed of the flags yet, or are they still sitting in DPW? Let's go look and
I mean,
measure.
Didn't you say that
Their
they
whole thing
disposed
is
of
that they're just wanting
appropriately?
the money. Like, all they're
Yeah.
asking us to do is vote on the money. And that's
They
kind of
will
to
do the
Jim's
job,
point,
yeah.
do we want to go down the whole rabbit hole of doing all of the legwork? Or
Who's
do we
gonna-
want
who's gonna do
Because
it?
once it's
Say,
on paper that
here's your
we've done it, they're gonna
$2,000.
come after us for other stuff.
yeah.
Well, I mean,
Could
that,
open a
that,
can of
I mean,
worms.
that
I
seems
think
like
so,
that's what's on the
right.
table, is do you want to give them to?
And then next year it'll be, are you buying?
2,000.
Yeah, $2,000.
I know that they're
No,
asking
more
for
than
it for
5,000.
Memorial Day, but
Well, that's the total amount.
those flags stay up all year. So they're not part of
We have
a
this much.
ceremony.
We have
It's
this
a
much.
town decoration.
So why
It's
doesn't
a-
it come out of the town budget?
We are a town budget.
Even though they say they didn't pay for it,
Agreed, but I
they
mean,
paid for it in the past.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, somebody,
So
We have never paid for
should we
it.
vote on this?
yeah.
Let's do it.
We
We
should vote.
can.
So let's see, does anyone want to make a motion? I think that's how the.
Motion to either, that we give the,
So someone make a motion.
A motion to
with-
allot $2,000 to the beautification committee for the flags.
second,
Okay, all in favor
Aye.
Aye.
to
To-
give the $2,000?
Before you pass that, I would make a stipulation that if we're gonna give you the money, we need to be involved in the decision. Because to buy a 2 by 3 flag for $40, I wouldn't give them the sweat off my brow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, somebody, whoever's driving that bus is on the wrong side of the road.
So my point is, I'm not voting on it.
Hold on, I can't hear him.
Rob is,
Go ahead, Rob.
I would agree with that. We have some duty here to make sure that we're allocating funds in some kind of responsible way for the town's budget and ours. So I think the caveat with that is that we will do the proper diligence on the budget for the flag.
Yeah. I mean, as it stands now, just giving them $2,000, I don't know.
all right,
No, I
hey,
don't think
listen,
so.
whatever you guys want to do
Yeah,
is
that's
fine.
No,
why
I mean,
we're-
that's just
That's
mine.
why
Yeah.
we're
I'm
here
not
and we're
gonna do it.
voting. So, okay,
You can give me
So
the
I
$2,000, I'll go out and get some
think we,
flags for you.
maybe
but
we
that's not
could
the
make
point.
another,
Yeah.
another motion. Well,
Public-
a motion has
public-
been
public
made,
hearing.
so I don't think we can,
How about an amendment to the motion that we ask
And then, yeah,
the Beautification Commission to give us the information you know, in terms of what the cost of the flag is and what the size of the flag is.
You know, before, I would make a suggestion.
Go ahead.
Make a motion that starts this way. Make a motion that says, we're going to contact the Beautification Commission. No decision will be made on money unless this commission is part of the decision. The procurement and purchasing of the flags. If we don't have the John Hancock at the bottom of the check,
Okay.
there's no check.
All right.
That's,
But they also have to realize we're not taking on the full thing. I think
Doesn't
they might
matter.
want the full thing. They might,
then I would
Then they
tell
might
them,
say-
God bless you, and I
Yeah.
wouldn't give them a dime.
I mean, they might want it all or nothing, right?
Right.
And they're
Right.
not, nobody knows who bought them last
Yeah.
year?
That's so,
It's
well,
been
15,
several years.
Several years.
Oh,
It's
so
been like 3 or
they were
4
used,
years.
okay.
Rob had said something, I don't know what it was he said though.
Rob?
But we can pass an actual allocation of capital by written consent, couldn't we, once we have all the information? Terry, is that possible? Yeah.
Yeah, you can pass a motion that says, if such and such and such and such happens, then we would agree to the money. But you definitely need to put the cart behind the horse.
Okay, so what's
So what are
if
we
such and
voting on
such?
now?
Let's
Yeah, what's
let's
the-
get this done now, so you can write it out.
Right.
I would suggest that the motion sounds like this. If the Monuments and Ceremonies Commission has the involvement in the procurement and purchase, that the commission would be willing to contribute X dollars to the flag purchase. But
And a one-time
X
purchase,
dollars.
one time,
That's good.
But he said up to X dollars?
you know.
yes, I wouldn't give it flat out, up to.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Flags, we need this. You're a whole different entity, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Can I make a motion?
Yes.
I move that if Monuments and Ceremony Commission is involved in the procurement purchase of the flags, the commission would be willing to donate X dollars as a one-time purchase,
Up to.
up to
X
2,000.
dollars.
Up to
Up
2,000?
to $2,000, I think that's the decision, yeah. As a one-time.
That's the motion.
So
Anybody going to
That's
second
good.
that, or?
That's
Second.
Second. Do we want to get into details, who's saying the flags must be made in the United States and be
Woven, not
woven,
printed.
not printed.
US made, not international.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's part of the procurement.
I think
And
China would
it
do
sounds
it
to me,
before
2 by
Russia
3
would.
to me just sounds
Yeah.
too small?
too big for the,
I
and it
think
may
so
be the
too.
right size.
I
I'm
think you're
just-
right, 18 to
but, you know,
24, because I think that's really big.
3 feet, 2 feet.
Aren't they, so they're
But I
just
think
replacing
they
what's already
hang-
there, but that's,
They've been
Vertically.
hanging basically at a 45-degree angle.
Oh, right, on the sticks, right.
They are, it is beautiful to see them when
Yeah,
the
yeah,
wind is
yeah.
blowing, and you just see this,
Yeah.
river of red, white, and blue. It's
Oh, it
very
is,
nice.
it is pretty.
Okay. So I think Nancy made a motion, and we had a second.
Who seconded it?
I did.
Jim did.
Your
Jim
young
did.
lady
Jim
did.
seemed
So-
dying to second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? No,
Not
so it
one.
passes.
That was beautiful.
Oh, I thank you.
Good thing.
Occasionally, I don't
That was
garble my
really
words,
gorgeous thing.
considering
Okay,
I
very well
plagiarized from
crafted.
Terry.
So I think we've earned our paycheck for this commission today.
Yes.
Certainly
Martini
has.
time.
Sue Ann,
Yes, any other new
yes,
business?
this young lady, I think, asked a couple of questions. One of them was about wreaths across America.
Right, right.
Okay, I think I sent you the gentleman that's responsible for raising the money to do that in
I
Darien.
haven't gotten anything.
Okay,
So
well-
maybe you don't have my correct email.
Okay, I'll get
I will give it
it.
to
All
you.
right, and the other question is, do you mean who, is responsible for the Spring Grove Cemetery, which is across the street from the
Well,
library?
I understand, and I thought that that was privately owned, yes.
Okay,
Which
but we don't have anything to do with that.
Right,
Okay.
right,
I just wanted you to know that.
right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Question,
front part
who
is-
put the flags on the graves?
Good question.
Because they might be somebody to talk to about getting,
It's a very good point.
do you know who
Really.
puts the flags on the graves for Memorial? Is it for Memorial Day they put them up, or is
Yeah.
it for Veterans Day? Memorial Day.
That's us.
That's,
That's the Boy Scouts.
Oh,
Boy
okay,
Scouts.
all right,
Boy
well, there you go.
And the state actually puts them out for Veterans Day and then takes them back. And then they deliver some number of flags, which the boys, and then we have a collection of flags downstairs, which the scouts put out
They
on all of
disseminate
the
them, okay.
graves.
Do we know where they buy them from, where they get them from? Because are they the same people that we get for beautification if we get into this?
No.
I'm sorry, were you talking about the flags in the cemetery?
Yeah,
The state supplies those. It's
yeah,
a
that's what
state-
she said. I just
And those
wondered
are-
where
they're
the state
printed.
got them.
They're
So,
not.
oh, they're
Th-
printed,
those-
they're not
th-
woven,
yeah, they're-
okay.
yeah.
Nothing special.
Okay.
I mean, they're special because they're American flags.
So there is a 16 by
Good
24
catch.
is a standard size for an American flag also.
and
Just-
how much is that?
Well, forget what it is, because it's way too high here, and it's only one flag. When
Oh.
you talk about buying 150, it's all
Yeah.
different.
I'm sorry, 16 by 24?
16 by 24 is a size that is made.
Yeah.
Up on Rob.
It's like-
And that sounds like something that flagpole, that's what you see on the back of boats,
Oh.
16 by
Oh,
24.
okay.
Sorry, I hung up on
I
Rob.
know a lot of people
And
that
those
have
are
boats.
weave-
I'm going to ask them where they get their flags. Mhm.
And maybe Rob.
Ask some of the marinas if they
Yeah.
would like to make donations.
That's a
We'll
good
put your
question.
name in our PR if you do it.
All right, does anyone else have any new business?
can't-
No, ma'am.
Might as well
I
ask,
just
right?
have some
Ask.
spell
They
checks
can
on the
just say no,
minutes.
right?
Oh, okay.
Right?
All right, Nancy, take
Or,
a
I'm sorry?
Spell check on the minutes. Jamie Stevenson is S-T-E-V, not P-H.
I spelled her name wrong, that's terrible.
Stevenson. And John Zagrodsky is,
Just Jon, right?
it's J-O-N-Z-A-G-R-O-D-Z-K-Y. Not
Terrible. Where are my minutes?
I think it
And
fired
then the
Nancy.
Isn't that
DHS
your minutes?
courtyard is,
No, that's the.
Oh, here, you want mine?
So let's see.
DHS Courtyard, what did you say?
well, right now it reads DSH, it should be DHS.
How do you
I
spell
mean, you
the
never
last
know when
Z
somebody's going
with-
to be
with
looking
not
at
an
this
S,
in
a
100
Z.
years, right?
That's what I have,
Right.
Z-A-G-R-O-D-S-K-Y.
No,
Silly
Oh,
Willy.
it's Z-K-Y?
All right.
Z-K-Y?
yes.
ZKY, yep.
Okay.
And then
Tell them I said
DHS
DHS, the
courtyard.
courtyard.
Hey,
No,
that's,
it's a-
that's-
The location.
It's
that's
not a-
understandable.
it's not a big
Usually
deal.
skis do start with an S.
Oh.
Well, SKI is more common.
SKY as well.
ZKY.
Yes.
Yes, you're.
But I can't believe I spelled Jamie with a PH instead of an S. I work with a Stevenson. I was probably talking to him when I did these.
All right, well, is there anything else, or do we have a motion,
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So it's a 4.
Yeah, you know what?